Hello everyone, I'm the Skilled Roy and I'm here with another Project L video. Project L has been on everyone's mind since its official announcement just over a year ago, and unfortunately there's not much information that has come out since. Now that isn't to say there hasn't been any information though, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. I want to make sure you guys understand the full picture before I tell you my conclusion, but I'll let you know right now. My conclusion? I think I figured out two previously unannounced characters who will be joining the base roster. Alright, let's get started. For those of you who don't know, Project L is in development as we speak, and originally it was theorized that Riot has been planning this game for years. This is because back in 2016, 4 years ago, Radiant Entertainment was bought by Riot. Now, Radiant Entertainment was known for a super cool fighting game called Rising Thunder, a free-to-play fighting game all about fighting robots. Radiant Entertainment, when they were bought out, closed the alpha of Rising Thunder, much to the disappointment of many Rising Thunder fans. Despite this, the community rallied together and continued to support a small fan base, even with no official support to be able to play online. This was so impressive that despite currently working at Riot, the remainders of Radiant Entertainment within Riot released something special for the devoted fans of the game, and this was the 2018 Rising Thunder Community Edition. The Community Edition was huge for the Rising Thunder scene because it allowed them to play online once more, but not only that, they would now have easier accessibility to the game to let new players give it a try. But for why we're here today, the community was also given something called a goodies folder. This folder contained plenty of background information when it came to developing the game. It had plenty of lore, pictures, videos. The folder was about 2.1 gigabytes, so it was absolutely massive. Now, of course, understandably so, many players within the Rising Thunder community didn't really focus on that. They instead focused on the ability to play with their friends once more, something they had been waiting literally years for. After the initial hype of being able to play again, the top Rising Thunder player, Bobzilla, delved deep into the goodies folder to find what the developers wanted to share with them. Now, for those of you who don't know, Riot is a huge fan of leaving Easter eggs and hints towards future content. They typically hide this sort of content in pieces of work that only true devoted fans might understand. One very typical thing they do is leave hints towards future champion abilities right in the middle of their design documents. So when Bobzilla looked through this ocean of goodies and content, they found something special, and I'm going to play it for you right now. Now, for those of you who haven't seen Rising Thunder gameplay before, first of all, go play it, it's awesome. But secondly, at the bottom corners of each screen, you can actually see these skill icons. These are used to track the cooldowns of your various moves in-game. Of course, what's interesting here is that they normally look like this. But instead, the skill icons are actually 3 League of Legends icons. The icons are Garen's Judgment, Garen's Decisive Strike, Lucian's Relentless Pursuit. All of what I've shown you is completely unedited and it has zero tampering with the game's files. This isn't a data mine, this isn't a shifting of files, this is simply a clip that Riot has sent out to the devoted fans of Rising Thunder. This is where the facts end. Everything beyond here is basically purely speculation. I believe that Lucian and Garen are two characters that are coming to Project L. So why do I think this? Obviously the skill icons that showed up in the gameplay there are their skills. In Project L, given some of the similarities to the game's engine with Rising Thunder, I hypothesize that they used a build of Rising Thunder to begin testing for Project L. Since this is what they had at the time, they used it as a testing grounds of sorts. Currently in League of Legends, developers often use previous assets for future unreleased content. Now in this case, we have the opposite scenario. We have finished assets but with no base model. So instead they uploaded the skills to show the icons, but a finished Garen or Lucian model probably wasn't finished yet, so instead they just had the icons for the cooldown. Why did they give up this clip? I feel like the community of Rising Thunder really proved their loyalty to the game, and in a typical Riot fashion, they love to reward the players who read every paragraph of every article and reward the players who delve deep into their lore. I believe they're signaling to their fan base and giving them a secret hint as to who to expect in the next game. Now, it's not like these are particularly wild inclusions either. Both Lucian and Garen are iconic to League of Legends, and in Legends of Runeterra, the League of Legends card game, they were some of the very first champions to be included into the game. They also received unique renders and artwork, and not to mention that, but they've also appeared in countless different cinematics and comics. Lucian and Garen are easily two of the biggest champions in Demacia for them to include, and both would be super cool to have in Project L. Now, of course, I just want to state that this is just a theory. These were just simply skill icons that were found with the Rising Thunder files. It could have been anything, it could have just been a coincidence, they could have just used it because they needed some nice looking icons. These are all very valid interpretations of this information, but As someone who really wants to play as a dual-wielding gunslinger who can dash around like a madman, I want to believe. But as always, thank you so much everyone for watching. I really appreciate you guys coming in today. This was just a really fun video to sort of theorize what champions could hypothetically make it in. I'm probably going to do some more of these videos sometime soon. I actually have a couple more champions who actually have some legitimate evidence for their arrival. But I will save that for next time. Again, thank you so much. If you guys want to do me a huge favor, like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, leave a comment because it helps the algorithm, and please, God, help your small content creators because the algorithm hates all of us. Please, please help us. I'm sorry I gotta do it, but you know I have to. Thank you so much, thank you so much. Anyways though guys, that'll be it for me. This is the Skilled Roy. Peace out.